you tell me what the Tinker versus Des Moines case is?
Well, no.
It's been a really long time since I've studied that.
Wait, what?
It's like something with like it was student rights with like the journalism press, and it was like censorship, I think.
Something about their kids wearing armbands to school.
It was students that were wearing armbands for protest against the war, and then they got in trouble for it because it wasn't like regulation and they weren't supposed to be wearing it. So great idea. The students got like upset, and so they went to like court and went to school.
Said that students are persons under our Constitution with fundamental rights and responsibilities, and that schools should not be enclaves of totalitarianism. We're really cheating the whole society because we're being deprived of youth, of your ideas, your creativity, your ability to solve problems.
What does the freedom of speech mean to you?
Means that everyone should be allowed to say what they want and not be punished for it with certain limitations. Like, there should be some rules to it, even though it's freedom of speech, but you can't just say like ridiculous things.
Freedom to say like whatever I want and not be persecuted.
Like if we didn't have that, it would just be an awful country.
My parents came from Pakistan, and over there it's kind of an oppressive government, and when they traveled over here, they taught me the basic qualities of and like the importance of the freedom of speech, and I've always had that, and it's just a good it's a great right that we have.
Having the ability to publish or say anything you want without fear of consequence. Of course, in especially other countries like most Middle Eastern countries, there's a lot of fear that goes into journalism, and you might not be able to publish what you want, or it's not available as a media so much because it's so constricted. But having the freedom to say what you want allows lots of convergent opinions, which both kind of educates the populace better and allows us to know things about our government and know things about the society around us that we might not if we lived in a more censored community.
For us, especially as journalists, so it allows us to speak our mind without worrying about it.
I didn't know so much about the First Amendment, but I just had this intuitive feeling that kids should have rights too. We should have a right to express ourselves too. Just because we're kids doesn't mean we should just have to be quiet and never say anything. And young people have these wonderful qualities, actually, that are unique. They notice things. You notice things that maybe adults have gotten used to. It's like a 7th grader told me recently in Ohio. She said, I just think we're fresher. And I was like, yes, you are fresher. You see things, you notice things. And that goes back all through history, where young people have stood up for fairness, for justice, for a better way, and a lot of times young people are told, well, it's just not fair, get used to it, life's not fair. But why should you get used to it? Life could be more fair if we just make it happen and stand up for that.